Hey everyone, in this video we are going to retrieve all of our stories from our Cloudflare store. All of the stories that we have submitted in our previous tutorial, we are going to retrieve them and give them an aesthetic look. So with that said, if you observe, we have our stories here, that is our entire stateful widget. So here under our entire stateful widget, first of all let's have the object instance of our colors. So here let's have final for a constant colors over a constant colors, that should be equal for a constant colors. So here first of all under our scaffold I can have a background color for constant colors of dark color. So once we have done this, under our stories we shall be requiring a final variable for a document snapshot over a document snapshot, and here let's have the constructor for it as well. So here let's have stories for this dot document snapshot, and here we can simply add the property of required, easy a required one. So here first of all we can do one thing, add a body to our entire story. So under our body we shall be having a stack of all the children. So here under our children for our stack, first of all let's have a single child scroll view. So under our single child scroll view let's have a child to be a container. Let's have a container, and under the following container first of all let's have a height for media query dot of for size of height, that is a total height. Also let's have somewhat width for media query dot of for size of width, and after that let's have a child to be a column for our container. So under my column first of all I shall be having an entire container, and here under my container first of all let's have somewhat height and width. So here I can simply copy the both of the dimensions of height and width and paste it here, and here let's have child for image dot network, and here we shall be having the image of our story from our Cloudflare store. So for having that thing I can simply have widget dot document snapshot dot data, and from this let's fetch the image. After that let's have somewhat fit for box fit of contain, easy thing. So now format document once, and here after having the following container, that is after having the following single child scroll view, we can come down of the following single child scroll view and have a new widget for a positioned. So under our position first of all let's have it somewhat position from top. So here let's have position from top of 30, not 300 but 30, and here under my following position I shall be having a child. So here let's have a child to be a container, easy a container. So under my container first of all let's have somewhat constraints over a box constraints, and under my box constraints first of all let's have a max width. So here under max width let's have media query dot of for size of width, and after that let's come out of the following constraints, and here let's have a child to be a row. So here under my row first of all let's have all the children. So under my row first of all I shall be having a child to be a circle avatar for the user image of the following user who has uploaded the following story. So here first of all let's have somewhat background color for constant colors of dark color, and after that let's have a background image for a network image, and under the following network image let's have widget dot document snapshot dot data, and under this let's fetch the user image. After that let's have somewhat radius to our entire circle avatar. So here under radius I can have radius of 25. So once we have our circle avatar, under our row we shall be having a new container, a container consisting the username, also the time ago thing over the particular story. So here under the following container I shall be having a width for media query dot of for size of width, and here I can multiply the following width under 0.5, that is half of the entire width of media query, and after that let's have somewhat constraints over a box constraints, and under our box constraints first of all let's have a max width. So under our max width I can have media query dot of or of context of a size of width, and under our width let's have a max width of 0.9, and once we have done this let's have child to our column as well, that is child container as a column. So under my column to my entire container first of all I shall be having a text for the username who has uploaded the following story. So for that let's have widget dot document snapshot dot data, and under this let's have username. Let's have somewhat styling to our entire username. So under our styling first of all let's have a color for constant colors of white color. Let's have a font weight for a bold one, why not. Also let's have a font size. So under font size let's have a font size of 16, easy let's have a 16 one. So once we have done our entire text thing, we shall be having one more text for getting a time out of particular story that was posted. So I can paste everything here. but now it will be under a state of a static one. So here let's have 2 hours ago. Okay, HOURS ago, and here let's have somewhat different size, that is font attributes. So here let's have a 12 one thing to here, and also let's have a different size color to our entire text. So once we are done with our entire container under our row, we can come out of the following container, and here we shall be having a next widget that will be an icon button that will be showing us the number of people that has viewed the following story, that is number of views over our story. But for that purpose, I can simply say here a ternary operator for provider dot of under a context of authentication, and under a context of authentication I can have listen property to false, and after that I can get the user UID. If the following user UID should be equal to widget dot document snapshot dot data, and from this if the user ID is equal to the following user ID, that is user UID, I shall be simply having a gesture detector. So here let's have a gesture detector, and under our following gesture detector I shall be having an icon button, that is just an icon, not an icon but an entire container for showing the number of views over a particular story. Else I can have a container which will be empty. So here let's have somewhat width of 0, also let's have a height of 0. Easy. So once we have done the following thing here, let's have somewhat attributes under our gesture detector. So here under our gesture detector we can have an on top property which will be null for now, and after that let's have child to it as in a form of a container. So under my container I shall be simply having a height of a static height of 30, also a width of 50, and after that I shall be having a child for a row. So here under my row, first of all let's have a main axis alignment for a main axis alignment of space evenly, and after that let's have all the children. So under the children of our row, first of all I shall be simply having an icon from font awesome icons dot I1, that is a solid eye. I think it is available here. So let's have a solid eye, easy, and after that let's have somewhat color to it. So here let's have a color for constant colors of yellow color, and after that let's have somewhat size to it as well under a form of a 16. Easy, where the size has gone. So let's patch it up here and let's have a 16 one. So once we have our icon up and ready, we can have our next attribute under our row, which will be nothing but simply a text which will be 0 for now. But in later tutorial we are going to implement a section over the number of people who have seen the following story, will be showing us the counter of the following number of people's number. So here under our styling, let's have a text style. So here let's have a color of constant colors of white color. Let's have a font size. So here under a font size, I shall be having a font size of 16. Easy, let's have a font weight for font weight of bold, format document once. So once we have done this, we are good to go. So now we can do one thing, get rid of the following container, that is come out of the following container and have a new widget under a form of a size box. So here under our size box, we shall be having nothing but simply a height of 30. Also let's have somewhat width, a static width of 30 as well. And here as in the child, I can simply have a child for a circular countdown timer. So for having that thing, you can go under a pub/YAML file and get the following dependency of circular countdown timer. So once we are getting the following dependency, here I can simply write circular countdown timer. So here under the following thing, first of all let's have our each time text zone property to be false, and after that let's have a duration. We should be having a duration under a seconds for 15. After that let's have a field color. So under field color I can have constant colors or blue color, and after that let's have somewhat height for a 20, also a width of a 20. After that it will be requiring a color for constant colors of dark color. Easy thing. So now format document once. So after having the following circular, that is circular countdown timer, we shall be having one more button, that will be an icon button. So here under our icon button, first of all let's have an icon. So here let's have an icon from Eva icons dot more vertical. Let's have somewhat color to it for constant colors of white. Easy. And after that under on press property, we should be simply showing the user a menu over a following particular story. So for now let's check the following thing under action. So for this thing happens, we can simply go under our entire feed. Let's go under our feed, where it is, here it is. So here under our feed helpers, if you observe, we have our entire container which is null. that is its value is null. So here let's have a child to it as in a form of a stream builder. So here under stream builder it will be under a type of a query snapshot. So here under my stream I shall be simply having all the streams under Firebase Firestore .instance.collection of all the stories, and after that let's get all the documents under a form of a snapshots. Let's have a builder to it. Under builder let's have a context, also a snapshot. So under a builder first of all let's have a if condition. So if snapshot dot connection state, it will be under a connection state of waiting. We shall be returning a center under a form of a size box, not a size box but simply a circular progress indicator. Easy. So once we are done this, let's have our else block, and else we can simply return a list view. So under a following list view, first of all let's have a scroll direction for axis dot horizontal, and after that let's have all the children. So under children I can have snapshot dot data dot docs dot map. I shall be simply mapping the following thing under a to list, and here it will be not taking a dynamic key but a document snapshot over a document snapshot. So once we have done this, I can simply return a gesture detector. So here under my gesture detector, first of all let's have a child under a form of circle avatar. So here under circle avatar I can be having a background image for a network image, and under a following network image I can simply have document snapshot dot data, and from this let's have user image. Easy. After that let's have somewhat background color. For background color of constant colors of dark color, let's have somewhat radius as well. But instead of having a circle avatar, I can remove it from here and have a container as a child. So here under my container, first of all let's have a height of 30, also a width of 50. After that let's have somewhat decoration for box decoration, and under a box decoration, first of all let's have a shape for a box shape of a circular one. After that let's have somewhat border. So here border I can have border dot all, and under all first of all let's have a color to it. Now the following color shall be depending or if the following user has seen the thing or not, but for now we can have constant colors of blue color. Let's have somewhat width to it, a width of 2, format document once. So now let's test it out. Cool. So here we are getting a single document snapshot here, that is a single story. So now we can simply do one thing, refactor the following container under a padding from all for under type of a 2, press Ctrl and S. So now under our gesture detector we can simply do one thing, add a property of on tap, and here on tapping it, first of all let's print up the following statement. So here let's have document snapshot dot data of the following username. Let's check it up. Let's open a debug console. So here after pressing over it, we are getting the following thing of the, that is text of flawless 0. So now we can do one thing, remove the following on tap property from here and have navigator dot push replacement, and here under a context and new root I can have a paste transition. So here under a paste transition, first of all let's have a child. It will be having a child of all the story widget. So it will be requiring a document snapshot for a document snapshot, no worries. And after that let's have a type to it as well. So under type I can have paste transition type from left to right or any sort of thing. So now let's test it out. So now let's clear our debug console once, and after pressing over this, alright, we need to open our application one more time. Let's log in as flawless 0. Cool. So we have our one of our image here. So now first of all let's have a child to it. So here let's have a child to our entire container for image dot network. So here under image of network I can have document snapshot dot data, and from this let's have user image, format document first. Easy. So now we are getting our user image as well of the following person who has uploaded the following post. So now after tapping over it, we are getting navigated to our next screen, which is our this screen, and also we can see we are getting our entire story, that is story image. Also we are getting all of our data that we have set it up, but here we are getting somewhat different things. So now let's fix them up. So first of all, if you observe, we have our entire thing here of the loader, which is working fine as well. So now we can simply do one thing, that is under our position, if you observe, we have our child to be a row. So here let's have a property of main axis alignment for main axis alignment of space evenly. Let's check it up. Cool, but we don't need this, so we can remove it from here And here under our entire row, refactor the following circle avatar under a container and follow the following container. So first of all, let's have somewhat color to our entire container to visible about what thing is happening here. So let's have color of red color. Cool, so we have our entire container here. So now we can simply do one thing, add a following alignment to it of main axis alignment for main axis alignment of start. Similarly for cross axis alignment for cross axis alignment of start. Cool, so we have everything up and ready. So now let's test it up one more time. So now we can simply do one thing, increase the following width of our container to 0.6. Cool, not 0.6 but 0.55. Cool, let's try 0.58 or 57. Cool, so everything is looking more lit up now. So we can remove the following red color from here, format document once. So now we can see we are getting our entire story here. So what we can simply do is now refactor the following stack under a new widget called as gesture director. So here let's have gesture director, and here we can simply have a new property to it, so that after simply swiping down of the following entire view, we should be able to navigate it back to our entire home page. So now for doing that thing, we can have a new property to it for on pan update. So here under on pan update, it will be taking an update. So here if you hover over update, it will be under a type of a drag details update. So here I can simply add a new if condition for if update.delta.dx, that is x direction. If the following thing will be greater than 0, we can simply first of all print the following update for our own beneficial sake, and after that we can simply say navigator.push replacement. Alright, a push replacement. So here it will be taking a root of page transition, and here under a type, it will be under a type of a home page. Alright, so once we have done this, let's have a type it as well for page transition type for bottom to up. Easy. So now let's test it up. So here after simply swiping down, we are getting navigated to our home page. Let's see our entire story one more time. Easy. So now after swiping down, we are getting navigated to our home screen. Congratulations, we have done a great job. We have successfully implemented the following view of our entire story. So now as per this thing, if you simply see our story, we are getting our entire time down of our 15 seconds. But we simply have to do one thing, add an init state method, so that after 15 seconds, the following story shall be automatically navigated back to our home page. So for doing that thing, we can have a new method here above, that is below the following constant colors. So here let's have a new method of init state. So here under init state, I can simply have our entire timer. Easy, let's import the following timer from data sync. So here under my timer, first of all let's have our entire timer, that is duration, not timer. So here under our duration, first of all let's have a duration for seconds of 15, and after that let's have a callback function. So here under a callback, I can copy the entire navigator and paste it here. Easy, add a semicolon. Cool, so now let's test it out. So now let's open it one more time and log over it. So now after only 15 seconds, we will be automatically navigated back to our home page. Let's check it up. Cool, so did you see that we are now automatically navigated back to our home page from our story? Congratulations, we have done a great job. So once we are done with the following changes, if you observe under our screen, we have our entire icon button that will show us all of our options available under our story. So now what we can simply do one thing, remove the following init state method for now. Cool. So let's remove the following init state method for now, and here let's have a new menu for our entire icon button. Let's log in one more time. So here under this, we can go at the bottom of our entire container, and first of all let's have it somewhat padding from left side. So here let's have padding from left of 4 shall be enough. Cool, so once we have done this, let's have a 5 of width. Cool, so now we can go at the bottom to our entire icon button, and here on pressing over it, we shall be simply returning a menu for our entire icon button. So for now, I can simply return a show menu. So under our menu, first of all it will be having a context. Easy. Also let's have a position for it. So here under position, I can have position from relative for rect, and from this let's have relative from left, top, right and bottom. So here let's have from left one for 30, not 30 but 300, more precise, and from top I shall be having a 71, and from right it will be requiring a 0. Also from bottom it will be requiring a padding to it from 0, and after that it will be requiring all of the items. So here under our items we can have all of our list of all the items. So here under our list of our entire show menu items, first of all let's have a pop-up. So here under our pop-up menu item, first of all it will be having a child for a flat button dot icon. So under our icon, first of all it will be having an on-press property, which will be quite null for now, and here it will be having an icon. So here let's have an icon. So for icon we can have a font or some icons. Dot archive, easy. Let's have somewhat color to it. So under color I can have constant colors of white color. Format document was. So here after having this we can have a label under a form of a text. So here under text I can simply have a text for add to highlights. Yes, you guessed it right, we are going to add all of our highlights, that is stories under our highlights. So here let's have a 2 and also a capital 1. Let's have somewhat styling to our entire text. Let's have a color for constant colors of white, easy thing. So once we are done with the following flat icon button, we can have our next pop-up menu item. So for that let's copy the entire button and paste it one more time. But here let's have a different option. So here let's have a different option of delete one. Easy. And here under this let's have somewhat color for constant colors of red color. So I can copy the entire line and paste it here. But here let's have a blue color. Easy. So once we are done with this, let's check it in action. So after tapping over it, we are getting our entire menu. But we can do one thing, have a different color to our entire menu. So here let's have a color of constant colors of dark color. Let's open it one more time. Easy, we are getting all of our menu. Also we are getting our two different options for deleting the following story, also for adding the following story under highlights. So now what we can do one thing, that is add the following option of deleting the story. So now let's delete the following story. So for deleting the following story, I can simply have an instance of Firebase Firestore, and from this let's have a collection of all the stories. Alright, stories, and after that let's have the particular doc of the particular user. So here let's have provider dot off under case of authentication, and here let's have listen property to false, and after that let's get the user UID, and after that we can simply delete the following document. Easy thing. So here once the following process shall be completed, we can navigate the user back to our home screen. So for navigating the user back, we can go at the top and copy the following navigator, that is navigator method, and paste it here under when complete phrase. So now once we are done this, we are good to go. Alright, so once we are done with the following pop-up menu item of adding, that is deleting the following story, we can have our next widget for a pop-up menu item or adding the following story under highlights. So for that purpose we can go under our widgets of story widgets, and here let's have a new widget at the bottom. So here let's have a new widget of add to highlights. So under this widget, first of all it will be having a build context for a context. Also let's have a string for story, easy, and after that it will be simply returning a new show model bottom sheet. It will be having a context, and also it will be requiring a builder. So here under builder we can have an entire context, and here I can simply return an entire container. So here first of all we can do one thing, add a following property of each scroll control to be true, and here under our container, first of all let's have somewhat height for media query dot off for size of height. So let's multiply the following height into 0.4. Also let's have somewhat width under media query dot off for a following size of width, and after that we shall be having somewhat decoration for box decoration. So under our box decoration, first of all let's have somewhat color for constant colors dot dark color, and after that let's have somewhat border radius for border radius dot circular from everywhere for 12. So once we have done this, let's go under our container and have somewhat column thing to it. So here under our children of our entire column, first of all let's have a divider. So under a divider let's have a thickness of 4, and also let's have a color of constant colors of white, and after that let's have somewhat padding to our entire divider. So here let's have padding from symmetric. So here under symmetric let's have a padding from horizontal of 150. Cool. So once we are done with our padding thing, we can have a new text here for add to existing album, that is a collection of all the highlights. Let's name them album, and here let's have somewhat styling to it. So after having the following text, we shall be having a container here. Easy. So here under a container, it will be simply having all of the following albums, that is story collection. So here let's name it as stream builder of stories. Easy thing. So for now let's have somewhat height and width to it. So here let's have height of media query dot of for size of height into 0.1 I guess, and after that let's have somewhat width of media query dot of for size of width. Easy thing. So now for now let's have somewhat color to it for a constant colors of red color, so that the following thing will be visible to us. So after having the following container, we can come down and have a new text for adding the following highlights under a new highlight, that is collection of our entire new collection, that is album. So here let's have a new thing. So here let's have create new album. Easy thing. So after having the following text, we shall be having a new container. So here under a container, first of all let's have somewhat height, the usual thing. So here let's copy the entire dimensions and paste it here. So for now we can simply have a new child to it. So here under the child, first of all let's have a stream builder, and the following container shall be consisting of all the children from our Fireburst collection, that is Firestore collection, over all of the icons that we have usually submitted under a chat room icons. So for now I can simply do one thing, have here a type of a query snapshot. So once we are done with the query snapshot, we can simply do one thing, add a stream of Firebase Firestore.instance.collection, and under a collection I can simply have chat room icons, and here let's get all of the snapshots. Also let's have a builder for a context, also a snapshot. Let's have a if condition for a waiting state. So here let's have snapshot dot connections state. If the following thing is under connection state of waiting, we can simply return a center, and under a following center let's have a child to be a circular progress indicator. After that let's have an else block, and here under a else we can simply return, alright, not this thing but return a list view. So under my list view, first of all let's have scroll direction for axis of horizontal. Let's have children to it for snapshot.data.docs.map. Let's map the following thing under a form of to list. Easy. Let's have a document snapshot here over a document snapshot, and here we can simply remove the following null option, and let's return. Alright, so let's have a bracket here and remove the following null option from here, and let's return a gesture director. So under following gesture director, let's have a child to be a container. So under a container, first of all let's have somewhat dimensions to it. So here under following container, let's have a height of 50, also a width of 50. Let's have a child for image dot network, and under a source I can simply have document snapshot dot data, and under this let's have the image of the following icon. So once we have done this, format document first. Cool. So I think we are something getting here. So let's check it out. So here we should be expected to have a bracket, no worries. Also let's import the following thing. Easy. So let's go back, and here after having the following thing, that is after having the following container, we shall be simply having a new container of having a row, also a floating action button for adding a new name of a new album. So for that let's have a new container, and under a following container, first of all let's have height and width. So for that purpose we can copy the entire height and width from here. We are not stealing thing, but we are only saving our time. So after having this thing, let's have a child. So under child I can have a row. So let's have main axis alignment. For main axis alignment of space evenly, let's have children to it. So under the children, first of all it shall be having a mini container for consisting an entire text field. So here let's have width of media query dot of for size of width into 0.8. Let's have somewhat child, not somewhat but only child, to be a text field. So under our text field, first of all it will be having a controller. So let's go at the top and have a new controller. So here let's construct a new final text editing controller for title controller. Alright, not tile but title. That should be equal to a text editing controller. Alright, so once we have done this, let's go at the bottom, and here let's have a new controller for story, title controller, and after that let's have somewhat styling to it for a text style, and after that let's have somewhat decoration for input decoration. So under our input decoration, first of all we shall be requiring a hint text. So under hint text I can simply have add album title ... Let's have somewhat hint style to it for a text style. So I can copy the entire text style from here and paste it here, but here let's have somewhat different color of a blue color. Easy. Format document first, and here let's have a property of text capitalization for a text capitalization of sentences, I guess. Easy. So once we have done the following thing, we can come out of the following container, and here let's have a floating action button. Easy. So under floating action button, first of all let's have a child to be an icon for a font or some icons. Dot check. Let's have somewhat color of constant colors of white. Easy. Let's have somewhat background color to our entire floating action button. So here let's have constant colors of blue color. Cool. So here it will be simply having an onPress property, which will be creating a new collection under our Cloud Firestore, or simply adding a new album of our entire highlights. So by far now, let's check the following thing under action. So we can go back under our entire menu at the bottom, and here let's have story widgets. Alright, story widgets. Alright, let's insert the following story widgets. So for that we can have a new final story widgets. For a story widgets should be equal to story widgets. Alright, story widgets. I think I am getting bad with my voice, no worries. So we can simply come down here, and on pressing the following thing we can have story widgets, add to highlights. It will be requiring a story image. So under story image I can simply have widget dot document snapshot, and from this let's have data. From data I can have image. Easy thing. So format document once, and now let's test it out. So after tapping over it, and after tapping over it, we are getting our entire data here of our entire thing, show model bottom sheet. So we can come down here, and first of all we can change the following color of create new album. So here let's have a new color of green color, and also for our entire gesture editor, that is under our container, let's have somewhat padding to it from only, from left of it shall be enough. Easy thing. And also we can do one thing, go at the top, and here let's have somewhat padding to our entire container. Remove the following constant and have padding from only. So here let's have padding from bottom for media query dot off for a context of view insets of bottom. Easy. So now let's test it out. But we can do one thing, remove the following red color. It's looking quite creep. So let's remove it. Let's open it one more time. Cool. So we have our entire thing here. So after tapping over it, cool. So the following thing is responsive, that is the following sheet is going at the top. Congratulations, we have done a great job. So after having the following bottom sheet, we shall be simply adding the following data of the story under our Cloud Firestore. So let's make that thing happen. So for that we can simply go under story helper and create a new method for simply adding all of our data of the story under Cloud Firestore. So here let's have a new feature method. So first of all let's create a new method for add story to new album. Here it will be taking a build context for a context. Also it will be requiring a string for user UID, and after that it will be simply requiring a string for highlight. Alright, highlight name, and also a last string for string of story image. Easy. Let's make it asynchronous. So under our entire method of add story to new album, we can simply return a Firebase Firestore dot instance dot collection. We shall be creating a new collection under a collection of users. Let's have a document, and for document I can simply have user UID. Alright, UID. Alright, a capital U. So we shall be having a user UID. Cool. So after that we can simply have a new collection created under a form of a highlights, and after that it will be requiring a doc for a highlight name. So here let's have a new document of highlight name, and once we have done this we can simply set all of our data over a particular highlight. So here under following setting data I shall be simply requiring a title. So here under title I can simply have highlight name for a particular collection, and after that let's have the cover for it. So under cover we shall be simply requiring a cover of the following icon that the following user shall be clicking on. So we can do one thing, go at the top and create a new string for a story icon cover. So here let's have a new thing for story highlight icon. Let's have a getter for it. Let's paste it here and let's have get story highlights. Cool. So once we have done this, let's go at the bottom, paste it here. So once we will be simply creating a new collection, we can have our when complete phrase, and here when complete we can simply return Firebase Firestore dot instance, alright, dot instance dot collection, the same collection of users, and from this let's have a document of the user UID. Easy thing. Alright, user UID, and after that let's have a new collection of the same thing of highlights, and after that let's have document of highlight name. I know I am simply recurring the following thing, but just wait a minute. And here let's have a new collection of stories, and here we can simply add all of our stories. Alright, so format document once. So here if you observe, first of all we are simply creating a new collection of highlights having a document of highlight name, and under that we are simply setting data of title and also cover. So once the following thing shall be completed, we are creating a new collection under a same sub collection of highlights name as stories, and under stories we are simply adding all of our data of the particular story. So first of all we can simply have our image. So under image I can simply have get story image URL, and now the following get story image URL is simply referring to our entire method of our upload story image, that is story image URL, which have a getter for get story image URL. So once we have done this, we shall be taking up the username, and after that we shall be also requiring user image. Easy thing. So here first of all let's have provider dot off, and here let's have Firebase operations, and after that let's have listen property to false, and after that let's get init username. So I can copy the entire method name, and here let's paste it up here, but here let's have the user image. Cool. So once we have done everything from here, we are good to go. So now after typing over it, we are getting all of our data. So now we need to do one thing, convert the following icon of the following Cloud Firestore collection under a new icon, that is a new field of a story highlight icon. So for that let's create a new method for future of convert highlighted icon. So here it will be simply requiring a string for Firestore image URL. It will be having an asynchronous function. So here let's have first of all the field that we have declared here, which is nothing but story highlight icon. So I can paste the following thing here and have the following assertion to be equal to Firestore URL. After that let's print the following story highlight icon, and after that let's notify all the listeners. Cool. So once we have done this, we are good to go. So now we can copy the following name, go under story widgets, and if you observe we have our entire field here of jQuery director. So here let's have our on tap property. So here on tapping over it, I can simply have the following method of a story helper for converting the following highlighted icon under a new string. So here let's have provider dot off, here let's have story helper, and here let's have listen property to false, and after that let's have property of convert the following icon. So here it will be requiring an entire string. So under string I can copy the entire document snapshot, paste it here. Cool. So now let's test it out. So let's open our debug console, clear it once. Cool. So now let's open the following thing one more time. So after typing over a particular icon, we are now getting the following URL of particular icon. Congratulations. Now let's test it out. So for now we can simply do one thing, go at the bottom at our entire collection of our floating action button, and here I can simply have if highlight controller dot text. If the following thing is not empty, we can simply carry out the operation of provider dot off, and here it will be under a context of story helper. Easy. It will be having a listen property to false, and after that we can simply add the following thing under new album. So here first of all it will be requiring user UID. So under user UID we can simply have provider dot off, and here let's have authentication. After that let's have listen property to false, and after that let's get user UID. It will be also requiring a highlight name. So for highlight name we can copy the entire add story highlight controller text and copy the following text it here. So now we shall be simply having the following thing, assertion here. But now if the following thing is empty, that is the story highlight controller is empty, we can have our else block, and here under else we can simply return a new warning to the user. So here let's return a show model bottom sheet, cause we need everything customized. You can also use snack bar according to your need. So here let's have a builder under a form of a context, and here let's return a container. So let's have a child to our container under a form of center. So here under center let's have a child for a text for field the data, or not field data but add album title. Easy thing. Let's have somewhat height and width. Let's have height of 100 for now, also a width of 400. Cool. Let's have somewhat color to our entire container. So here let's have color for constant colors of dark color. Cool. So once we have done this, let's test it up. So let's go back and let's open it one more time. Let's take a debug console, why not? Alright, let's clear everything from here. So after tapping over it we are getting all of our data. So let's open it, and first of all let's select an icon. So here let's have a new club of skaters, that is a new collection, and here let's have a new field of holidays, any sort of thing. So now let's tap over it. So in this way we have simply concluded our entire highlight thing and also retrieval of our entire story, and I guess the following tutorial is going quite long. So in the next tutorial we shall be simply displaying all of the highlights to the user, that is all of the highlights under his entire recently added thing, that is his recent highlights. So with that said, if you have loved this tutorial, please hit that like button. Also comment down something good or bad that you may have loved or hated about this tutorial. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.